what we witnessed last night.
You know what, Duvall asked her to come off her high horse, Kerry Healy, and I'm sorry to say she did come off her high horse. I liked her better when she was not on her high horse. You know, Ben Laguerre was missing last night. A lot of the things we've seen before, Gene. Kerry Healy, you know, she's been accused of being negative. She's tough. She was sharp last night. She had her figures. She's obviously a very smart woman, but she didn't have that attack edge. And I think, you know, she did well, but she didn't do enough to make a difference or really sting Duvall at all.
So she then was probably reacting to the poll results, and the poll results that suggested the negative ads were killing her and hurting her, and there was a backlash, so she went in another direction.
To do a debate and the morning headline is dead in the water, I mean, that has its challenges all in itself.
Sure.
But I think the Healy people, I mean, if you really listen, she tried to talk about domestic violence. She tried to appeal to women. She addressed all the candidates. She didn't just zero in on Duvall the way she did in the Fox 25 first debate. She tried to appear, you know, a little more dignified, not so rough and tumble. And although maybe that's the strategy her people encouraged her to do, I don't think it did enough to stop that free fall that's been described.
Right, and for Deval Patrick, he's really, we talked about this before, going four corners really as far as, listen, I'm not going to say anything controversial here. I mean, he's played it well. You know, I agree with what you're saying, and that's a good plan and all that type of thing. Obviously, that seems to be playing well with the voters because he's in a position right now where he can afford to just kind of lay back and let it all come to
Deval Patrick,
let it all happen in front of him.
He could teach Dean Smith a few things about the four corners. And the deflated basketballs, I know they were in prison, but they're also in the debate last night. You know, he has gotten better, Gene, every single debate. And Deval knows when it's 4 against 1, he just works the clock. It becomes a matter of time. One question to Kerry Healy took 12 minutes. The second question to Christy Myhouse took 11 minutes. That's valuable time when you have 4 people. You can't get in a rhythm. Deval has gotten better and better. His people know, let's just not blow it, let's play it safe. And then he can just kind of cruise a little bit.
Yeah, he's got to be Bill Buckner here with letting an easy grounder go through his legs to blow this thing, because I can't see anything happening between now and Election Day, based on the poll numbers anyway, where he is not going to come out on top here.
No, Deval looked great. He was a little testy last night. He was firm. He didn't want to appear soft. There were a couple times he could have just let it go. But on issues like immigration and also the big dig, he wanted to come back to it. Deval wanted to engage. He didn't back down the way he has in the past. So they're feeling good. He looks like a governor, and he does take command. And one thing about Deval is he's very quick, he's very likable. Right now, everything is kind of going their way. The Healy people have not really had any breaks. And Deval, right now, that era of change, nothing sticks to him.
Let me ask you about Christy Myhouse. I was watching the debate last night, and my son, 12-year-old, came in and watched a little bit of it with me, talk about a bonding thing, right?
Did he understand, Christy?
Well, he just looked at it and said, hey, that guy, he looks like he knows he's already lost. He looks like, and he was a lot more subdued last night, and it appeared he was stepping out of the way to let Kerry and Deval kind of go at it a little bit, but he did kind of look like a defeated man, I thought.
He did. At the end, you know, he keeps up a good state of mind and says, you know, I'm still going to come from the back, but he's not as combative as he has been. And he certainly has spread it out a little bit. You know, Christie went after Deval. You would have thought yesterday with the news on the dig and the fact that, you know, Romney's in a little trouble now, that Christie would have gone, you know, full guns. He didn't do that. I'm not sure if they know what to do at this point, because Christy Myhouse wants to stay in the race. He's not going to leave. He's obviously not going to win when you're at 5 points. So, you know, he's always that unpredictable character. I don't know what's going to happen other than there's a lot of money to spend to get even with Healy Romney. That's what he seems to be doing.
Short on time here. If you're in that final debate and you're Kerry Healy, what do you have to do?
That's a very good question, Gene. You know, I don't know other than they have to just keep hitting home taxes and immigration and just hope, unfortunately, for Deval to make a mistake. You know, and the Patrick people, they came out with Together We Can. I think the final commercial should be Deval with Christie on one side and Grace on the other side, and they all say, together we can beat Kerry Healy. That's when we finally understand what that means.
All right, John DePetro will be talking about more today on your show, WRKO, from 9 a.m. till noon. John, appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Good
Thanks
to see
for stopping by. Want to head it out to